Hello, I'm Shelley Duvall. 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 Hello, I'm Shelley Duvall.
Hello and welcome. How are you doing? I don't know where that's from, Weasel, but I'll accept it for what it is. How are you doing? Right, we're gonna play some Minecraft this evening. It's pretty late here. It's 10:30 in the evening. So yeah, we can just chill out in some Minecraft for a couple of hours. Or that sort of amount of time. It's not going to be like ages and ages. 11:30 where you are, yeah, so even later. But yeah, we're going to play some Minecraft. So I'm going to switch over. And yeah, just going to have a little wander about my city, do some building. Just to render in bits and pieces. We're gonna end up having to re-render stuff every so often. How's the volume and everything? I hope that's all right. Lovely. So it's nighttime in real life. It's nighttime in Minecraft. Let's have a little look. So I've been working on a few different things. Which you can kind of see on the map, which I will show you in a moment. I streamed yesterday and we had all sorts of tech issues because of Twitch. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. So yeah, this area is the bit we've been working on. It's like a crescent of houses, and there's going to be like a garden that belongs to the cathedral below it, so that's going to be really nice. And then I'm going to start planning. We've got a whole area up here that I want to plan. So we've got this river. I don't really know what I'm going to do about that. I think I'm going to straighten part of it, and we're going to make it run underneath. I'm going to create a tunnel for it, and then we're going to run some roads. Eventually the city is going to go all of this up here as well. It's going to be enormous. Time Traveler's House. Ooh, that's a really cool idea. I like that idea. Yeah, I will definitely at some point do something like that. Now, this will give a sense of... I'm just flying so you can see the extent of where the city is eventually going to go up to. And probably further. So we got the castle here. So basically everything this way, over this in this direction, is also going to be part of the city. I think the mountains here is going to be the limit. I don't think I'm going to go beyond. So one day I will reach that, and I will know that at least in this direction it's done. Although the valley kind of continues here, so yeah, there is still quite a bit of room. We've probably got double the space that we filled. Is probably how much it's going to cover. And we're probably going to go over this way as well. It's really funny, the fires inside each house have all rendered, and the lanterns. Before anything else. So you can see the millions of lanterns. To be fair, it's the lanterns and the camp and the fireplaces that kind of they give the city its characteristic glow. It's when you look at it, it's got that nice glow to it. I'm just gonna... I love the way that the buildings look. Yeah, I started adding that. Underneath there, you can see there's a campfire and then a block on top. So, yeah. That's how that one works. Do 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 do. What was I gonna say? Ah, yeah. So yeah, we're gonna be working on the city a bit more today. But I'm equally happy to do some guided tours. There's lots of things to see in the city. It really doesn't want to render in fully. Every time I try and render more of it in, some of it disappears. But that's okay. It's so big now that it just isn't going to all render in, is it? Like, it's ridiculous. Actually, most of it is. It's just like it's in the actual city. I mean, I cannot render every building in my sort of area. That just isn't doable. But yeah, I've sort of rendered enough in that you can get a good sense of the skyline. And we've got this little kind of village just perched on the edge of the city. So yeah, the bit I've been working on is this crescent of houses over here. What I've been doing at the moment, so I have this technique where in order to create like an appearance of like painted walls or wallpaper, is I'll use white concrete on the inside. Now, I could have done it differently. I could have done it in some houses, I could have done different colours. But in retrospect, I just think that would have been too complicated. So I'm glad I didn't do that. That would have been, yeah, would have been very difficult. Oh my god, please, no. I know you're there. I have this thing is that I have to catch llamas. Come back. Oops, sorry, llama. No! I don't... Only I'm allowed to own llamas. Right. We need a post. Sorry, I've got sidetracked. It's a fence. There we go. Wow, 312.5 chunks. That's a lot. So, yeah, what I've been doing is I've been slowly doing these houses. And then eventually we'll have like well, I'll show you in a minute actually what a completed house looks like. Each house is slightly different to each other. There's generally a template I follow. I think that's how I've been able to build the city so fast, is by having it's by having a kind of a template that I follow, and then I kind of adapt it a little bit. And also it's based on real buildings, you know, real architectural styles, so that makes it a lot easier. It's quite time consuming. So how is everyone doing anyway? I hope you're well. These are going to be really nice sort of townhouses, and they're going to have a great view because they've got the cathedral on their doorstep, and I am super proud of the cathedral. I think it's a really cool building. And below it's going to be these beautiful gardens. So yeah, it's going to be lovely. There's a bit of landscaping. I'm not going to landscape it too much though. There's going to be a tunnel through here that takes you from this side to the gardens. And we're going to fill in this with water here, so kind of enhance the natural features. When we raise the water level around here a bit. And then, yeah, we'll round off certain bits. And then we're going to have, I think the idea is, rather than being a formal garden, I want it to be kind of more relaxed. And there might be like a shrine or something in the rock face. So it's going to be a very natural sort of garden. It's a lot of the stuff I've done is quite formalized, and this is going to be a bit different to that, so that'll be nice. Now I should say, although I'm doing the interior, I'm not planning on doing the all the walls and everything inside. This is just really the shell. What I'm going to do as well is put all the lanterns in the windows, because that's what gives everything the nice illuminated effect from the outside. So that's the bare minimum that I always do with my buildings, is I will complete the outer walls, and then I'll put a layer inside of this white concrete, and then at the windows I will place lanterns, and that is how we get to our kind of classic vision for each house. I know, I think I like how it works. Do. So do tell me what you're getting up to this evening, everybody. If you're just lurking and chilling, that's absolutely fine. This is exactly the kind of stream that's good to do that for, as it's not one of my chaotic streams. Generally, unless Macadano comes on. For those who don't know, that is the name of my sub alert, or the song in my sub alert. I'm also really hoping Twitch doesn't crash again, like it did yesterday. Twitch has been really dodgy. Oh, hey KJ. K, just called you K. How you doing? Nice to see you. We're doing some nice chilled Minecraft today in my exceptionally elaborate city. just doing the internal walls of one of these townhouses that I've been building. So we've got here an 18th century inspired city, very much influenced by 18th century English and continental European architecture. Can't really see all of it rendered in, but you can see enough of it from here to kind of get a sense of it. I've been building this on and off for a couple of years now. We got a lot of different features. Like almost all of the buildings are built by me. There's one or two that I didn't build. So this building here, for example, is an embassy built by the lovely Rock Your Socks, who I will give a shout out to. And he has another city. And
be right back. I love you all very much.
This is from it's in his style, but made with the materials I used to build my houses. So yeah, that's Rock Your Socks. So do give him a follow. Oh hey Spoop, thank you for shouting me out on my own stream once again. Why would you do that?
Oh my god!
Oh, that clip is a classic.
No, she's inside us! Why the fuck is she there? I don't like it. I don't want to do this. No, that was fucking horrible. Where? Emma! That was so horrible.
Have you never seen that clip before? That's a really... The ghost literally appeared inside me.
Oh my god, what's happening? Oh, you heard that in here with us probably.
That was when we played with Duke, I think. Yeah, I remember that. That was a while ago now. God, time flies. I was genuinely so scared. Yeah, this is I'm very proud of this city, KJ. Like, I've spent a lot of time on it. Thing is, for me, it's not about getting bored, because if there are boring tasks that I have to do to get these houses to where they are. But what I tend to find is I don't do it all on stream, so I'll do a lot of the building off stream while I'm doing other things, because I'm very much a multitasker in that I can't. It's more that I just cannot focus on one thing at once. Like, I have to do lots of things. So if I'm trying to get myself to watch a film or something, or even if I'm on like a Discord call or in a meeting, this is quite a good way. Like, mindless stuff in this is a really good way of distracting my brain. And yeah, a lot of this has been built whilst other things have been going on. So, and then I save the more interesting stuff for when I'm in like a creative mood. So usually that's where like I'm actually having to concentrate and map out a new building, or add details, you know, do a bit of interior designing, all of that. I've got much quicker doing everything as well, because a lot of it's very repetitive. So, because all of these buildings are on some similar templates, there's a lot of a sort of consistent theme. Right, so I think, yeah, we've done all of these houses inside now. I mean, we haven't done the lanterns yet, but I will do those in a bit. We're going to do these ones next. Excuse me. Hi. Are you lost? Can I help you? Interesting. Well, someone's having fun. But yeah, please do yeah, Sox's embassy over there is amazing. Actually, let's have a look inside. I did have a quick look inside, but I haven't done it on stream. Please do go and check out Sox's channel. He's such a brilliant streamer. And a very dear friend. So yeah, this is the embassy and it's amazing. I love the columns inside. And this is gorgeous. Okay, so the idea is Sox has got his own city and it's huge and it's beautiful. And we're all in the same server and you can travel by minecart across a great distance to get to it, or you can do it by portal. There's like a whole metropolis sort of and like a whole system of lines that connect all the cities together. It's just that the whole server is absurd. It's brilliant. So yeah, we've got all these books here. I absolutely love the aesthetic, like walls and walls of books. So we've got this down here, and then this takes you out to this nice ship. Very nice. Lovely. Now, yeah, so we've got the end. So I've seen this part. What I hadn't seen fully was all of this, which is just amazing. And it's a kitty. Hello. Kitty. Kitty. Where's the... There is somewhere in here. So, somewhere there is a lever. Aha! Found you. Now, does that change? No, it doesn't change that. It just opens up. Here, this bit. So this is great. Basically, we've got a map of Beckerfield. So this is the... hasn't been updated actually with this bit over here, but that's fine. You've got these crosses marking places to be... Well, that's going to be attacked, basically. It's an invasion plan. Basically, it looks like Sox's city, Riversong, are going to invade Beckerfield, my city. Love it. The level of detail. Where is the lever? There it is. Leave it the way we can. Leave it the way we found it. Wonderful. Yeah, that's really beautiful. It's really beautiful. Sox is a very, very talented builder. Sorry, I'm just giving vocal health advice to a friend. Right, do you have my full attention? So the other thing I'm going to do, so we're going to have a path that leads down here and it can take you to the gardens. So we'll have a tunnel there. We're also going to have, we've got this water front area here. And we've got this bridge. I want to have buildings underneath the bridge. I want the city to feel kind of quite crowded and bustling. So we're going to have that at some point. Do you know what? I think I'm going to distract myself for a moment. Hi, Miss Angie. How you doing? Right, we're going to put some lanterns in just because it will brighten up the place nicely. There we go. I am good, thank you, Miss Angie. So you're waiting for little buddy to get out of school. Nice. Oh, that's in the wrong place. Question. What is the highest note I can reach? Well, I'm not. Whatever it is, I'm not going to do it now because I need to rest my voice, especially at the top end, because I've got a concert in a week. The highest note I can reach is a B flat 5. That is the absolute highest. That is not a note I would hit often. I would quite regularly go up to the E or the F. Very occasionally the G. But it's not something I would do often. The lowest note I can access is an F2, and I would say I do that a little more often. So it's about 3 1/4 octaves, if that gives you any idea. Yeah, something like that. I mean, it is possible I can go higher than the B flat, but I've never actually been able to. I don't really. I try and avoid the very top because it's a bit risky. Like it's at the point where I can't necessarily control it, and control is everything. Everything. Well, shouldn't really say a terrible range because you just have the range you have. The other thing is my range wasn't that big until I trained it, so you know that is a big part of it. You've got to bear in mind that your working day-to-day range is different to a range of someone who's trained it. Like before I had singing lessons, Spook, why did you pin that message? What was that? That's so strange. Oh, I see. I was thinking there was some weird, like, plan. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, pushing is the wrong word because I would say because you really want to be careful not to push. But yeah, certainly if you train your voice, you will find that you have more than you thought. Yeah, it's a very tricky one. But don't be disheartened because a well-used small range is better than a badly used big range. Oh, build you a building. What do you want me to build? I've got to be able to make it work in an 18th century city, but in theory that could work with almost anything. Whatever. Well, the idea is if you think of something specific, and then when because I've a jailhouse rock. No, Spoop. Oh, Spoop. Yeah, give it some thought and let me know. An indoor garden. Oh, yes, I do like that. Okay, oh my god. Hey, Zaldar, that scared the shit out of me. Thank you so much for the sub. Zaldar, it's so lovely to see you. Can I just say to Zaldar, no, don't say sorry, you just given me money. Also, that's like one of the greatest incentives of that whole sub alert is that it's annoying, so people are more encouraged to gift subs. We had my first stream back after 2 months, people were just constantly gifting subs. Like, I think we had like 25 in one stream just because people wanted a constant chain of that song playing. Zaldar is is like one of the longest standing followers of the channel and one of the longest standing subscribers. I think you might have been the first or second person to subscribe. 32 months is pretty much how long I've been affiliate. So, yeah. There we go. So yeah, that sub-alert is designed to cause chaos. Absolute chaos. And that is exactly what it does. And it's fantastic because from a financial perspective, I do very well out of people wanting to irritate me. I mean, that's essentially why I'm here, right? Okay, so we've illuminated these buildings. Oh, except for that one. I knew I'd missed one. And then we need to do the walls of a few others. Who wants to have a little wander around the city? I can give you a tour. Actually, who in chat hasn't seen my city in a while or at all? Because if you haven't seen it in a while or you've never seen it, then there's quite a lot to look at. And I do, you know, I always do fancy a guided tour. I mean, the only challenge we'll have is that there's a lot to render in, but we're going to get around that. There we go. Let's get some doors out. How is everyone doing anyway? That is cool, Miss Angie. No worries. I mean, I'll do plenty more of these Minecraft streams as I find them very therapeutic. So there will be, yeah, plenty of opportunities. Yeah, they can't be centered on the windows, but that's because the scale of the building just wouldn't work. Also, I feel like not everything would be perfect. I've tried to angle it so that each lantern is on the same side of the window in most of the buildings. No worries, Miss Angie. Thank you for being here, and catch you soon. But yeah, this and that's no worries, Aldar. Yes. Depending on how long your work meeting is, I might still be here. Miss Angie. Miss Angie. This kind of stream is great for lurkers though. It's because it's nice and chilled. Except when people play Macadanu. Then it takes on a whole new life. Actually, what I'm going to do first, I'm going to partition between doors. So, Robert Danu. Macadanu, 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 Danu, Danu. Macadanu, 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 Danu, Danu. Do 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 do. Ba da 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 da. Let me think. Why? I'm trying to think. When did I start? I started streaming in April 2020. Yeah. I started streaming in April 2020, so we're nearly at 3 years. God, that's ages. Doesn't feel like it's been that long. I still, in my head, feel quite new to streaming, but I'm actually not. Do 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 do. Bum bum bum. This kind of stuff, I mean, this kind of building isn't the most exciting in the world, but it's quite satisfying when it's done. And actually, because it's raining, you'll get a better view of like the value of the glow on the buildings. I'm not totally happy with how it looks. There's a few tweaks I might make to make it look a bit better, but on the whole, I'm not too. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how that's looking. Macadino. So yeah, we've done most of these. So we got these 1, 2. We've got that one. That one's 1, 2, 3, 4 at the front. That's sort of at the front, and then we've got 6 down there as well. So how many houses have we got in total then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16 in this area. So we've got 10 along this front of the actual crescent, and then 6 running down the hill. So that's another 16 houses to add to the 200 or so that are already in the city. It is getting kind of crazy. I mean, I think what's going to happen as well is increasingly I'm starting to fill in gaps. Okay, this is ADHD me is once again doing this. So we're going to do a tally. We're going to count. So we've got 16 there. We're going to go street by street. And we're going to count houses. Now, this is going to get tricky because some places I think eventually they will be divided into flats rather than houses. I'm also going to start... I'm not going to include villages. I'm just going to include the city itself. And I'm only including actual buildings that are intended as houses. So we got 1 here, so it's 17. I think above these are shops below, but above these are houses. So 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's 3 here. So that's... So we've got 17, 18, 19, 20. Then we've got 5 along the front. I know that for a fact. That's 25. Then we're going to do each of these little roads. So we've got 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 6, 37 houses now we're up to. Then the next street over here, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. Okay, so we've already got a lot. Right, we're going to complete all the ones on this island bit in the middle. So that's 49. I don't know why are there so many? 1, 2, 3. So sorry, 50, 51, 52. Then we've got this section here. 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62. Not that I know of, Spoop. That's the church. 63. $64, $65. $66, 67, 68, 69, 70. And we've got these ones, 71, 72, 73. As I say, I'm only counting buildings that are actually houses. 74, 75, 76, 77. 78, 79, 80. 81, 82, 83. 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94. Yeah, so 94 we're up to now. We've got to go across here. That's a department store. 95, 96, 97. I think there's a few more that I've missed on this side. 98, 99, 100. 101, 102. 103, 104, 105, 106, already counted those ones. Ooh, where am I up to? Ah, yes, it's got 106. I have not counted that because that's not gallery. Oh, we missed out down here. So we got this building here. So we got 107. 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115. Oh, hello. 116, 117. Cross up here. 118, 119. And we've got these houses here. So we've got 120, 121. And we got 122, 123, 124, 125, 126, 127. We didn't include these ones along here. 128, 129, 130, 131, 132, 133, 134. Right, let's go onto this roof. We need to re-render again because it's getting a bit dicey. We're up to 134. Now I do know where we got up to because we were by this church. 134. So yeah, we've done all of these. 134. So this is going to be interesting. This is going to get complicated now. So 134. 135, 136. 137, 138. 139. 140. 41. 142. 143. So maybe not quite as many as I thought. I suppose castle counts 144 if you're being generous. And then we've included the 16. Maybe I've been counting the village as well actually, because there's the fishing village. Oh, no, I know where I haven't counted. We haven't finished the other side of the river. This doesn't make it up to 200, but it certainly makes it more than I've said. Yeah, all of this up here. Okay, so we've got 145, 146, 147, 148, 149. We've got 150, 151, 52, 153, 154. 155, 156, 157, 58, 159, 160, 161, 162, 163, 164. That's a train station. And 165, 166, 167, 68. Now this is university buildings, so I don't think I'm going to count that as housing yet. So yeah, I think it's 168. Having said that, I would double it on this street just for the sake that there's going to be flats. So, well, possibly triple actually, because I think each floor is going to be, they're quite big. So, although that top floor is actually quite small, so probably, yeah, double it. So we're going to add it, so 178 because of that area. Trying to think if there are any others that applies to. Quite possibly, actually, if I think about it. I would say these could probably justify it. Let's have a look. Are they big enough? These are possible. It's a bit tricky. They are just about 178. If we include the village, well, actually, there are some that there's a few houses on the edge of the city I haven't added, which I probably should because they are sort of part of the city now. As the city's grown, so that's not a house. Not it's 179, 180, 181, 182, 182, 184, 185, 186. Okay. Yeah. God, that's a lot. Did I include this? I don't remember. I don't think I did. No, I think I did. Either way, it's pretty much the same number. It's, yeah. So we're gonna we're pretty close to the 200 mark of stuff that's actually in the city. And to be fair, if you include the fishing village over there, which definitely has probably another sort of 10 to 15 houses, that brings us about 200. So some of these I think I should make into flats because I think they are big enough. For example, this is huge. So I think I'm going to, yeah, this one is going to be divided. So we're going to have a corridor. So we could have 2 on the ground floor and like maybe 1 giant one above or something. Something like that. But that's impressive because I remember when the city, in fact, again, I'm going to take you to a map that was made very early on in the city's construction. And this map shows you, oh, isn't that a lovely view? Oh, that's really cool. Just like getting the glimpse of the cathedral, the dome on the theatre, and then also the dome at the tower of top of the bathhouses. It's just you get these lovely little views every so often, and they just look so cool. Like there's something very authentically sort of European, neoclassical about it. I love it. Right, let's have a little look see here. Oh yeah, so this is what I was going to show you. So this map, I haven't changed it partly for posterity, but bear in mind there is a newer map which I do often go back to, and I'll show you in a second. This is not that long after the city was begun. The bit here at the bottom, I mean, you can see how much landscaping has actually been done as well, because these mountains don't exist now, they're just buildings. And quite a lot of this is the case. And this end of the map is, it doesn't show it here, but actually that was fully, this is all built on now, pretty much up to this point over here. Like the cathedral is there. But this was very early on, and that was the main church there, which is still there, but it's just not as well, it's been actually, no, it's been adapted a few times actually. So we had these first 5 houses with the very beginning. There was 4 of them, I think, and the church and the assembly rooms there, and we got all these shops, and we built all of this quite early on. And then really about sort of the next step, which you can see here, is all of these buildings. And what's interesting is actually this area is now quite full of stuff. It's been landscaped, and this area was really new. I hadn't finished building. I think I just, but when this map was created, I just built this square up here. And we've now got buildings along here and around here. Like it's changed quite a lot. There's quite a lot of stuff that's been added. And this area was very new. This was kind of an extension of, yeah, this was, and funny enough, it hasn't really moved that much in this direction at all. That's stayed the limit. All of this has been built. And what's funny is you can actually see really clearly the areas I've laid out that I'm going to build. So that's where the bathhouse is. All of this is like, yeah, been mapped out but not built. I think most of this I built whilst watching episodes of Kitchen Nightmares. So yeah, it's really weird to see it so different. And then if we look on the big map, I'm gonna go at normal speed so it looks slightly less laggy. God, how have I been streaming for an hour already? Time flies. That's another example of where you get these good views. Like if you just stand there, and you got the church in front, and that's quite a nice symbolic one actually, because the church in front is the original church, the very first one that was built. It's one of the first buildings, It's probably like the 10th building maybe, and the number of buildings is now, there must be at least 250 different buildings. Probably more actually if I think about it. Yeah, no, probably about 250. And yeah, and then you've got the cathedral behind, which is like the symbol of a much larger city. I think I've got better as well at making each road more interesting and different. So this was just a bridge before, but now it's got a very different feel because it's got this building on top of it. And I don't know why, but it just somehow makes it like more interesting. So this is the map as it currently stands. And it's had to be constantly extended. I do think there will come a time where I'm going to have to flip it round. Because at the moment it's quite tall. And there's going to come a point where like it's going to fill up this whole section here as well. Now, it probably could go this way a bit. It hasn't yet. There's an area I haven't developed, but I definitely want to, and I've even started building a road up it. So I think this section, this corner, is gonna be probably next. And actually, it makes a lot of sense that I will. I want to finish this section first. And there's a lot of development around here, but I actually think, so if I fly up in this direction, so we go behind, this is the University Library or the main city library. Now I think this is going to take me a while, but I have been trying to gradually erode away at this cliff face. Just because it's right against the buildings, although increasingly I think it's probably fine now. Before it was so hemmed against the building. Although saying that, you get no light. But you know what? It's just the way it is. We'll do some landscape at some point. But what I do want to do is then have buildings on top here, because what I normally do is I just flatten areas or reduce it, but actually this is quite nice and flat on top. And I think what I could do is I could have some nice elevation. I'm not sure what I'd put on top of the hill, but maybe just some more houses. And actually this bit here kind of lends itself, you've got this gap between these two peaks, so you could put a road through here and then off out into the forest. But that could be a good place. You'd have some houses along here leading out of the city. Now I think eventually the city's gonna fill this space, but I'm not even gonna contemplate that at the moment because there's just so much land. It's quite interesting actually, because I think I've filled the biome. Hang on. It tells me if I do this, it will tell me what biome I'm on. So we're on dark forest. So I think I've taken up most of the dark forest. This bit down here, I think... Ah, yes, I remember now. The very first bit is a plains biome. So all of this round here, so it's not really like... So you've got dark forest, river, and this is all plains. End barrens, dark forest. Interesting. River, plains, plains, river, swamp. Yeah, so I've basically consumed multiple biomes with this city. It's looking good though. It's looking good. Sorry, I'm just scratching my foot. Very elegant of me. The thing that distracts me most from building is stuff like this, where it's really pretty, just looks really cool, and I just want to sort of stare at the view. Oh, it's interesting. When you don't render in fully, you can see like stuff like lava below, well, magma below the ground and stuff like that. It's quite spooky. God, yeah, it's such a huge city. The cathedral's a really nice place to stand on top of when it's... Although saying that, actually, the cathedral is a really nice thing to look at. So it's actually in a way better to be at a distance from the cathedral. Where was there a really nice view I found? I mean, that's really nice because you've got... It's always nice when you get as many of the towers in as possible. So there you've got like multiple different towers, and to me that looks like a proper city vista. And now it's like nighttime as well, so... And with the smoke rising from the chimneys, it looks even more cool. I don't know why my foot is so itchy. Do 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 do. We've got a nice starry sky. There is a really good place, and I'm trying to think. Where was it from here? I think it was. I think. Yeah, but I mean, to be honest, from the rooftops, it's the. Is by far the nicest place. Well, there's so many buildings I don't go in that often anymore because I've just been so focused on building new stuff, but it's really nice to explore. Like we've got like the assembly rooms, for example, I really enjoy. It's funny, when I first built these seem like the biggest buildings ever, but they are not. They've been long surpassed. Actually, you kind of get a sense of that on the map. And this was built mostly over water as well, which is funny. So if you look on the map at like the size of everything, so we've got now the largest building by quite a long way is the cathedral. The castle and the stately home are pretty big in their own right. They're probably like 2/3 the size of the cathedral. The castle's probably not that far off. It's a funny shape, but yeah, it's not quite as big. This is lots of different buildings amalgamated together. These are all like rows of houses. The same with all of this, so that doesn't really count. Now, the assembly rooms is this building here. It's pretty big, as is the theatre, which is that round one in the bottom right-hand corner by my lantern. But it's long been surpassed. The other one that... Oh, you see, I haven't completed the map there. The other one, the bathhouses are also quite big, but again, not compared to the cathedral. The cathedral is like on the original city. So this bit here is the oldest, is the first bit. It would have taken up almost all of the space. It is really cool inside as well. The other thing I need to do, so the inside of the cathedral is done. But the crypt is not finished, and I need to do that. I think I just got a bit bored because it was a lot of landscaping underground, which is the least interesting form of landscaping. Landscaping is quite dull. So this cathedral is absolutely huge, and in fact you can sort of see how like a whole street would fit inside here, because my streets are about this many wide on some of them, and the houses go back like this far, so you'd have room for like a fairly deep house with a decent back garden and then a bit of the next street. So yeah, you'd have like, you could probably fit nearly 2 streets just in the width of this, and even more if you included this wing here. If I could like create a copy of this whole city and had the time and energy, I'd create a copy of it and then I'd absolutely destroy it and make it look overgrown, and it'd be like you'd come across it. I think that'd be cool, but I just can't bring myself to do that. I mean, you can do that without building something and then destroying it, obviously. Over here is a good example. So this is meant to be like a ruined abbey, like a monastery. It's not a big one, but it's still quite impressive, and I think it looks quite cool because if you've ever been to, so in England there are a lot of ruined abbeys and monasteries, because in 1536, when Henry VIII had split from the church in Rome and established the Church of England, he took the power and money away from the monasteries. And in the process of dissolving them, not physically dissolving them, although might as well have been, they ceased to exist, and the buildings were torn down for rubble for other building projects, but obviously some of the ruins remained, and so to this day there are still quite a few dotted around. Some counties of England have loads. Yorkshire has a ton of them. A lot of Wales does as well. And some got turned into other buildings later on. Their purpose was extended. So we've got a ruined abbey over there in the city. And then we also have, there is another one down here somewhere. Let's have a look. Yeah, this is kind of like fragments of one. But obviously it's been subsumed by all of these much larger buildings, and it's had a village well put in the middle of it. What's this one? Let's have a look. It's not a big one, but it's still quite impressive. It's not a big one, but it's still quite impressive. Oh, I love that. Hi Socks, how you doing? That was very funny. I am so proud of the amount of work I've put into this city. Like, this server is the server holds a crazy amount of creativity on it. Oh, I could really feel, you know, sometimes you just yawn, like it's like a half conscious yawn. That was like a proper involuntary yawn, like my face just forced me to do it. That's cool, that's no problem. I am pretty good, thank you. I'm quite tired. I delivered 1,000 leaflets promoting my concert today. The concert's not today. I was delivering the leaflets today. The concert is next Saturday. And then I went to the gym. So physically, I am very tired. But this is like the perfect chill out. I am not keen on the backs of these buildings, so we're going to do something about that. I don't like how bland it is. Although I've had this before, so if you look at the front, I have an idea. Right, what we're going to do is something a bit different. Yes, that is better. And we're gonna, yeah, okay. I knew I wanted to remodel these buildings. I just couldn't quite decide how. So it's something it's been bothering me for ages, and I couldn't quite work out what it was. We'll test it on this first house. Yes, that's much better. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do it. I don't know why, it just looks right. And it's a slightly different style. I'm gonna do a test. I quite like that for its simplicity, actually. That's quite nice. Yeah, I might go with that. I think I prefer that. A nice contrast. Oh, we want to restore that. We're going to put that. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, this will be good. I'd sort of something. I just couldn't put my finger on it. You know, like the city as a whole is very cohesive, but every area has little details, some of which I love and some of which I do not. And it's partly because when I build the houses, I don't always know what I'm going to be doing with them until I do it. It just doesn't always follow what I am. Yeah, there's not always a clear structure. And I think I've got better. I've started to plan out a little bit more. But when I started doing this, there was pretty much nothing. Right, we're not, this isn't complete because the only thing about this is you can see a bit of white behind from the inner wall, but it's not that visible. So, and you have to fly at a certain level. Don't know why, but this has made a big difference. Even to the backs, because the backs look, I think they doesn't, they're still, the backs aren't quite finished, but it just, so this is, I'm right in saying this is a parapet roof. And that is a very particular style of roof that's very common in 18th century architecture. Oh, we've got this side one as well. Oh no, we're just destroying everything. Everything must go. Just do a lot of concentrating. Need to do the fronts as well. We've only done that on one of them. It's just so funny, you just like, I'm constantly, even when something's built, it's never truly finished, because I do go back and change stuff quite a lot. Right. So that's the back. We've got one of the buildings done at the front, but the others are not. Right, we're going to put, and then put that brick down there. Nice and quick. And then we're going to do the same along here. Oh, what did I destroy that I shouldn't have? Ah, destroyed that. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, it just looks right. I can't explain it. I think it's the height. The roof was just a bit off. Yeah, the roof was a bit off, and that changes the overall feel of the building. So I think as well, it's just like a small change, but I actually really like the style of them now. It looks more authentic. There might be others I can go back on and do this for. I think most of them, it's actually fine. So, for example, whatever I've done here works. This is characteristic. But I like this because this is a different style. I've started doing it in a few other places as well. The latest addition is that some of these buildings have aspects of that, so you can see these roofs on this one are similar to that. These are not, but I quite like a bit of asymmetry sometimes. Lovely. Right. There we go. Okay, that just looks so much better. I might do something. Hang on. I have a thought. Is this gonna work? Yeah, so let's add an extra one on this side. And this is just an experiment. No. Yeah, I quite like that. I think it works. It's a bit strange from this side, but yeah. The alternative would be to do it with walls. Let's test it out with a wall. No, I prefer it with stairs. Don't like the texture of those walls on this. Let's lower it by 1. Yeah, that's better. I think that looks good. Yeah. I might widen it a bit actually. I'll widen it by 1 just because I think it might be better. Is this going to be too tall? No, I'm gonna cut it off there. Yeah. That's such a transformation. See, this was always like the one section of buildings I was not that sure about. And it's a very minor detail. But for some reason, it just changes the look. It changes the look quite significantly. That's the thing I'm always on the lookout for, is these little details. Well, you know, they're not so little in some ways. How's everyone doing anyway? I feel like this has been quite productive actually, in spite of my usual tendency of flying around. You see, that I like these kind of streams because actually it's exactly what happens is I fly around and I spot something and I fix it. When I'm playing off stream, I tend to be more focused, which is more boring for if anyone else was watching, because I'd just be doing the same thing again and again. I'd be like focusing on a project. But when I'm on stream, I am better at, well, I get more distracted with good reason. And yeah, I spot things that I want to fix. So this is like, streams are when we tend to fix things. Lovely. Lovely. Right. Oh. Oh, I've got a really sore chest from the gym. I need a good rest. Now I want to make more of this area out here because I could do that. So these are gardens. Now I want to keep them quite small, I think. Or, I tell you what, they've got this communal one at the front. They don't need back gardens. What this does, by getting rid of these walls... almost put like a hedge or something like that. Yeah, what this does, it allows us to make a bit more use of the space. I'm not going to build anything on it, but I'm going to use it for a bit of landscaping just to make it a bit more interesting. So we're going to do that now because that's at least a little bit interesting. So I think, oops, I don't think that. It's been quite rainy here in Exeter today. Started off okay. I was leafleting earlier, which was good because it was nice and dry. And then it started raining. Right, let's get some... I think we will go with azalea leaves for this one. Let's do this. Just to kind of have a bit of landscaping. So this is a bit like a box hedge sort of ornamental thing. Now, the other thing that bothers me is this. Because it just ends abruptly, so I'm not going to do anything about that right now because that's just going to involve a lot of landscaping. However, we will eventually. Right, so we got this. I quite like this effect. And then what do we want here? Okay, that works quite well. So that's 2. So it's 2 away from the third one. Where's this going? It goes up into the edge of that wall. Okay. Right, we're going to need to do this just for the sake of... should line up. No, it does not. But it... oh no, I don't think it lines up on the other side either, actually. Da 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 da. So, third one. We can put some trees around here. Yeah, that will work. I'm just trying to, yeah, give some ornamental gardens over here. Da-da-da. Oh, it's midnight. Right. We won't play for a huge amount longer. Ah, interesting. There's a tunnel here. Forgot about this tunnel. Yeah, I forgot I put that there. It does. Does it go all the way through? Pretty sure it doesn't. Let's have a look. Kitty cat. Right. Tree. No. Sapling. Right. I think a birch sapling. I should have thought about that. Unless I do dark oak. Let's do dark oak. Because you can do that on this. Now, I wonder if will it do it by itself, or will I need to... Because I'm always unsure with Minecraft in creative mode. Let's have a look again at these decoration blocks. Let's get some flowering azalea. No, let's do it as leaves, because that will stack. Is this going to be the right distance? I think it is. No, it's a bit too close. Yeah, it's fine. Right. I think in a minute I'm going to stop. I wasn't sure I was going to stream tonight, but I decided I would. Oh, it's a big tree. Okay, so we've got a little bit of landscaping here. It's not like a lot, but it is something. So we can make that look nicer in due course. Oh, we're fed. Yeah, I'm quite tired. I am quite tired indeed. Yeah, I'm probably going to finish up the stream in a moment. This was a bit of a bonus one because I felt like doing it late at night. Wait, don't take that sentence out of context. But yeah, thank you so much everyone for being here. I am going to finish up now. I might stay on Minecraft for a little bit and sort of do bits and bobs, but I'll do that off stream. Don't forget as well, we have the new emotes, which is Henry and it's Susan's very close up face. And there we go. Very shortly that will appear on screen. Yay! I'm just going to copy that. See. Loads of kitty and dog. Whee! Puppy. Let's just put loads of Henrys for a moment, because Susan has plenty of time in the spotlight. Puppy. Look, it's Henry. I love Henry. He's such a cute puppy. Right, we're gonna finish. I'm goddamn tired. But thank you so much, everybody. I shall catch you all soon. Don't know when our next stream. It might be tomorrow. It might be Sunday. It might be Monday. It just depends on the rest of my schedule. But have a lovely rest of your evening, night, and I will catch you all soon. Lots of love. Bye-bye.